we're going to be talking about the house cat and the changemaker today. So, there are two parts of us that typically get pretty activated during times where we're trying to have some sort of growth, change, expansion in our life. The first one's quite obvious, which I call the change maker. And the change maker, we actually heard a lot of your guys' change makers yesterday in the day one video when you're talking about why you want to gain more camera confidence. So the change maker wants for itself to grow. It wants to grow and expand and become a better version of itself. And it also wants to help the world and help other people expand. So we heard from you guys talking about how, a lot of you want to give to other people. You want to grow for yourself so you can give more, right? And this is what connects us and how we are aligned in this group, which is a desire for giving and for expanding. And this is such a beautiful and honorable thing to connect on. But there's another part that is even more powerful than the change maker. And that part is the house cat. Meow. House cat. The house cat wants to bathe in the sun. The house cat wants safety and familiarity. The house cat wants to do things that make its life feel light and good. And when the house cat doesn't get what she wants, she has her claws come out, okay? She is feisty as fuck. If she doesn't get what she wants, she will claw at you and find ways to get what she wants. So she might say, yeah, you are ugly. You shouldn't speak. You might get rejected. You might fail, right? Or you are a failure. Why would you ever do that? How embarrassing, right? She might find all these tactics and techniques to help keep you from not taking too much action, right? To keep you hiding or to avoid something, right? She is going to use certain tactics so that she can feel like she's safe. That makes her feel good. Familiarity feels good. So why I say she's so incredibly powerful is because people think that the change maker is like running the show, but really it is the house cat. The change maker is trying to drag the house cat to do the things that it wants to do. And it's like, what are you doing? Why are you keeping me down? Why are you keeping me small? And there becomes inner conflict within. And the house cat will feel like it is, to the change maker, like bringing you down, right? Taking you down, right? So it's like either dragging or kind of sinking you down. And what this does is it's going to create this inauthenticity within ourselves. It's going to feel like resistance in the body. Like, I don't know who I am. I'm going this way or that way, right? There's like kind of a struggle, a fight happening inside. And what we want to do is create more harmony inside. This is going to allow us to feel more authentic in ourselves. When we create and how we create this connection within is we need to first understand why these two beings exist, right? The change maker, what it ultimately wants, right? It wants you to grow, it wants you to expand so you can live a happy and successful life. It wants you to feel good. It wants you to feel useful, purposeful in the world. The other side, what does the house cat want? She wants to keep you safe. Why? Well, she wants to give you a happy life. She wants you to feel good. Her tactics and keeping you that way might feel like heavy, hard. She doesn't exactly play nice in what she's doing. But her purpose, her intention, her mission is extremely honorable. She wants you to have a good life. And if we didn't have a house cat, if we just allowed the changemaker to go and do what it wanted to do, it would just run us to the ground. It would just do, give, grow. And our bodies can't handle that. What has happened in a lot of work environments, like even there's so many beautiful startup environments and companies where they have incredible missions, and maybe you have been attached to a mission from a company and you see a lot of good in the company, yet you are still burnt out. Why? Because there's so many change makers running the programs, running the businesses, running things, and they are not accepting and loving the inner house cat within them, within the company, or within their employees. And so what's happening is there's burnout. So what started as an incredible, beautiful mission may actually create more burnout, fatigue, people not feeling good to continue, right? This is tale. I don't know. In nonprofit space, right? There was so much good intention, but most nonprofit employees, there's such a high turnaround because they're burnt out. So what the house cat provides is the ability for you to access a form of balance within. So you can have more longevity, so that you can actually have more success and happiness long term. Right? This is what happens when you integrate it. And this is what happens when I've integrated these two parts. So if we're not careful, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking the same systems that we want to run away from, or we have run away from, that we're burnt out from, and we might be creating those systems internally within if we have these two different parts that are constantly in conflict. We might be unknowingly creating this cycle of, well, do, we got to go, and we got to be successful. And then the other part that's like, I'm tired. Oh my God, help me rest. I need to relax. I need to feel my emotions. I need to just sit in the sunlight. Right? So I'm going to share a little bit more about how I connect these two and how I create compromise between these two. But what I want you to really take away from today is that we just need to at least recognize these two parts. And we need to validate and give more of a voice to the house cat. What I would like for you to do for this exercise is for you to journal maybe just like 2 to 3 things that your house cat has helped you do in this life. How has your house cat actually helped you? For example, perhaps you've kind of hidden away and kept yourself, not in the limelight, but it's actually kind of helped you in some way. Or maybe you have really put your head down and worked really hard, because you weren't like such a vocal person. You worked really hard, and working really hard helped you get you where you're at because you weren't putting yourself and talking yourself up so much. And so it's kind of kept you hidden, but actually it's helped you create some sort of work ethic to help you get where you're at. There are going to be things that our house cat has deeply helped us with in the past. And so what I want you to do is just think about a couple of moments, perhaps, where the house cat has been involved. The house cat has kept you safe and you can appreciate it. Because once it's appreciated, even a little bit, it's like recognized, appreciated, it's going to relax a little bit more. Its claws are not going to be as out. It's going to kind of be more retracted and it's going to feel a little bit more relaxed, okay? We want a nice relaxed cat within us. And so I want you to recognize where you might be, where you might have, had these experiences and where you might be able to send her some love. So how you can do that is while you're journaling, you can literally say, thank you so much for doing XYZ. You can also, if you have any sort of emotion that comes up in your body, I want you to recognize where in your body you feel that. So let's say it's in your heart. I want you to literally like pet your house cat by putting your hand in your heart area. And I want you to tell that part, I love you and it's okay to be here. I love you and it's okay to be here. If you're feeling an emotion, it's usually your house cat who's feeling recognized and seen. And this is how you're going to start to integrate her. When you start to integrate these parts within yourself, you're going to use your cat now, your house cat, as an ally versus an enemy. This is how you're going to feel more authentic in yourself. So instead of thinking that you have to show all parts of you or be really vulnerable, you don't. You don't have to do anything. Who you are inside in your internal world is so sacred, and you get to show however much you desire whenever you desire it. And so when you're able to integrate different parts within yourself, you're going to feel more in alignment within. This is going to allow you to feel more authentic inside. When you feel more authentic inside, however you share it doesn't really matter. You can share verbally, you could share on your, through voice notes, share whatever you want, and people are going to experience it as magnetism. Oh, this person, they're like magnetic. They have that je ne sais quoi. They have this ability to attract. What is that? It's inner alignment. It's inner authenticity. We don't need to worry so much about externally. You get to share anything you want to share, how you want to share it, in whatever way that feels good for you. So how I've described authenticity is I want to feel useful. Okay, I want to feel useful in a way that energizes me. That's how I'm authentic. It's me being useful in a way that energizes me. What do I mean by that? Well, for me, it feels authentic that I want to help. I want to give. I want to feel like my life is purposeful, is useful in even little tiny ways, right? Like helping someone with, pulling their groceries or smiling at someone. Like that feels good to me. But I only want to do things that actually give me energy. I don't want to be depleted. So this honors both my changemaker and my house cat. My changemaker is like, yes, I like being useful. And my house cat is like, okay, yeah, I want to do things that energize me. I don't want to do a bunch of things that deplete me, take away from me, my relaxation. And so I've worked to create a lot of compromise between these two. And it may seem sometimes like, oh, well, are you going to move as quickly if you're really listening to your house cat tell you like, okay, I want to relax some more. I don't want to do that much. And it does, because in the long term, I'm not like having all this resistance within myself, right? Kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, right? It's like we're moving together. But also there's another part of me that I activate that helps me skip the line, move quickly in life and move quickly in my career. And so I'll talk about that part another time. But I just want to share with you a little bit about how these different parts may start to work later on when we are thinking about, creating that inner compromise, inner connection between these parts, and how we're still able to move forward in a way that honors all these different parts, but still allows us to progress. So I'll be talking more about that later. But for now, all we want to do is welcome the house cat, pet the house cat, journal around the house cat, and welcome her. And I want you to share a little video of your connection to the house cat, what you appreciate about your house cat, a moment that you appreciate about your house cat, and share that. If you want to share on your socials, I'm going to give you another little prompt that you can share on for that. And feel free to ask me any questions, concerns, or thoughts around this, because this is kind of an interesting topic, right? Maybe we've never heard of these terms before. And so it's going to be kind of taking some use to. So please, I'm welcome all questions, thoughts, concerns, and I'll see you guys for day 3.